All right, Pensacola. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, you got Vernon this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Y'all, you know, it is Monday morning, everybody. Monday morning, December the 22nd. Welcome. Welcome. We're going to have a motivational Monday. Oh, Lord, have mercy, y'all. It's only about 3 days before Christmas, y'all. 3 days. 3 days before Christmas time. Wow. Woo! Can you believe that? 3 days before Christmas time. Oh, Saint Nick, I guess he didn't get on the Epstein file this weekend, so that's good. That's a good thing. We didn't see his name or his picture in there, so that means, ladies, he's coming. He's coming, Santa. He's coming. All right, boys and girls. Well, since it's not a kids show, kids don't sit up and watch this show. But ladies and guys, too, remember that Santa Claus is coming this year. Okay. All right, y'all. The temperature outside is really a nice, warm summer day, if you ask me. If it's not a summer day, it's a nice spring day, okay? It's a nice spring day for not a summer day outside. I can tell you all that right now. It is warm. And the projection for all the week is that we're going to have some really great weather. I don't know whether it's great for Christmas time or not. You know, I'm not sure Christmas being cold and chilly. You know, last year, I believe last January, probably January, I don't know what day it was, but like January the 21st or something like that. We had snow all over the ground. Beautiful snow, a lot of snow. Not just a little bit of snow, but we had a lot of snow last year. Well, this year, I guess, the beginning of the early this year. But wouldn't that be nice if we ever had that for Christmas Day? Oh, Lord have mercy. That would have been really, really nice. But anyway, as it is not. So I want to say good morning to everybody. We got this Monday morning, and we got a great show lined up for you. We got Miss May. She don't want me to call her Miss Mamie. We got Mamie this morning. She's going to be checking in at 7:45. She's checking in at 7:45 this morning, and so that she can give the Mamie the grammar time report. And then we're going to talk about some national news. We're going to talk about some state news. We're going to talk about some regional news. We're going to talk about some local news. And then community news. So you can keep informed on what's going on in Pensacola and around town. So you know what's happening around the world. About 7:30 this morning. You need to get your pen and paper out because we're going to have Miss Clara Long on. Miss Clara going to be talking about jobs, y'all. She's going to be talking about jobs. So you make sure you want to stay tuned for the Clara Long show. She's with the Escambia County Department. Also, we'll be talking to Commissioner May around 8 o'clock time frame. He's going to check out and tell us everything that's been happening over the weekend. And hopefully at 8:30 or so, we're going to be talking to Mr. Mike Woods, Sergeant Officer Mike Woods at the Pensacola Police Department. He gives us a weekly check-in on that. Hopefully we can get some Black history facts in, and hopefully we can have what I call a motivational moment as well. But I tell you what, for us to get the show started this morning, let me go ahead and start the show off with. Let me go ahead and get some of the pay. And you know what they used to say about pay the bills. We're gonna pay the bills, okay? And I want to come back. We're gonna be talking to Miss Mamie Hickson, y'all. Hopefully we're talking to Miss Mamie Hickson about grammar time.
Navigating heart care can be challenging. Baptist makes it better with the latest treatments and innovations and the area's largest, most experienced heart team ready to create a care plan just for you. All when you need us most. Let Baptist make it better. Baptist Healthcare.
Hey, Escambia. Today, we're talking trash, specifically bulk waste.
Starting July 1st, 2023, bulk waste service will be called for pickup. You can schedule a pickup by calling the ECUA Customer Service Department anytime before 2 p.m. on the day prior to your normal pickup day. Bulk pickup is still included at no additional charge.
Check out ecua.fl.gov for more information.
Know what to throw, 850.
From affordable home equity lines and home loans to high-yield checking that pays 5.05% APY, Pen Air combines innovative banking with a commitment to our community. Pen Air Credit Union. Join us.
The Service Center at Pete Moore Chevrolet can maintain the life of your vehicle regardless of make or model. Our certified factory-trained technicians have the expertise for domestic and import vehicles. And the Pete Moore Advantage provides you complimentary services whenever you stop by. Our Collision Center accepts all insurance, provides lifetime warranties on all workmanship and paint, and offers a deductible reimbursement program. So when you need service or repair, let the Pete Moore Service and Collision Center work for you.
Hi, I'm Jessica Ford. I'm the owner of FD Builds. Energy efficiency is very important in today's market. With higher interest rates and rising costs, it's important that home buyers maintain their bottom line of affordability. The nice thing about natural gas and natural gas appliances is that it's more energy efficient than their electrical counterparts, and at the end of the day, utility bills are lower. Our relationship with the Pensacola Energy team is phenomenal. From customer service to their field teams, it's just a seamless process. We love Pensacola Energy.
Looking to start a career or change your current career? Pensacola State College is the place for you. Choose from short-term, high-demand career and technical education programs ranging from commercial vehicle driving to medical assisting. Call 850-484-2000.
Singing telegram! Happy, happy holiday cash scratch-offs. That looks like a great gift for everyone on my list, including me.
Oh, watch out! The Florida Lottery. It's good fun. Are invited to the 37th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Parade, Monday, January the 19th, 11 o'clock a.m. in downtown Pensacola. This year's powerful theme is With Unity, We Won't Turn Back. Register your group today. Entries are placed by the date your application is received, so don't wait. For registration forms, email the mlking2020@gmail.com or call 850-378-9242. Join us as we honor the life, the legacy, and the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to welcome you and welcome to Vernon this morning. And we're going to wish you a Merry, Merry Christmas. All right, y'all. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, y'all. From the staff and management, what you're looking at, on WBQP TV and the new WBQP TV radio. Y'all, good morning, and Merry Christmas. You showed the lottery thing, so make sure you play your lottery this weekend, okay? This coming up. Lottery at $1.6 billion. We'll talk about that a little bit later on, and also get registered for the MLK parade. We'll talk about that much later on. But this morning, y'all, good morning. I got my guest on, Miss Mamie Hickson. Hey, Mamie Hickson of Grammar Time. Good morning, Mamie.
Christmas to you and the
Thank you.
streaming
You,
audience, the viewing audience. What shall we call this audience?
the listener and viewing audience.
Oh, listening and viewing
Viewing,
audience.
listening,
Okay.
and viewing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you.
Happy holidays. Feliz Navidad.
All right. And
All of
you
those
get looking
things.
more beautiful than ever this morning, Mamie.
Oh,
You
really?
must be dressing up and finna meet that man for breakfast this morning.
Oh, really? Yeah. Where are the men? Well,
Why thou art men?
no, I
Yeah,
dress up. I dress up for me.
yeah. Well, you know what they always say. Men is always women problems. Every problem they have, it's always start with an M, with an N. Menopause, and you just name how many words they're associated with men that cause women problems. Yeah,
Interesting. I think
yeah.
I've
Think about it.
menstruation,
Right?
menopause,
Go
all of
ahead.
those things. Okay.
So we the source of
Oh,
all y'all problems, Mamie.
well, well, that may well be true. I haven't tested it. I don't know.
Yeah. Look at it. Every time you have illness or a sickness or anything that start with an M, it always an MEN problem. Start with men.
Okay, so what are some of the other M's?
I can't think of them. What a whole bunch of them.
Oh, okay.
Menopause and menstruation and gosh, so many others. You tell me.
I don't know. I
And
guess we
in
can
men,
probably
period.
Google it. We can probably Google it. Those are the only
Yeah.
two I can think of, but I'm
No,
sure if we
it's a
Google it,
lot more than that.
AI will have the answer. Okay,
Yeah.
but let's talk about some more M's, some mispronunciations.
Very good.
I heard an interesting one. A tailor who pronounces Pattern as pattering. That's
Really.
interesting. Pattering.
Okay.
That's as bad as a mortician who would mispronounce bereaved family as Marie family, Mare. I think these are instances of people having only audible contact with a word they're associated with, even in their own professions. They haven't seen the word because if you see Bereaved, bereaved family, no way you can come out with Marie family. If you see pattern, it's Pattern, I'm not sure how you can pull pattern.
Sha. That's yeah. The well mispronounced words. Uh, probably all of them. I probably mispronounced most of them. Maybe. Probably. Advisory? No. Oh, something in my business. Advertising. Okay. Advertising. Right. Advertising. Right. Absolutely. Business. Yeah. Speaking of that, man, what he said, you be right back. I'll be right back. Yeah. Clout. Clout. Yeah. But that should have been the easy one because it's Lout. It's clout. Yeah. Right. Athletic. Supposedly. Coming from white people. Right. Re- Right.
Itself,
Mm-hmm.
because I think it's logical that we would assume it would be pronunciation because it comes from pronounce, but it actually is pronunciation, spelled Pronun.
Right.
Take the OU out, take the noun part out. And I think before we finish today, we should talk about, oh, here's another one, incentive.
Incentive.
Right, it is not incentive
Okay.
or even incentive. And that reminds me of certificate. It is certificate and not certificate.
Yeah.
Why don't we just do a couple of states and just make today a pronunciation day? Some states that are often mispronounced. How about Illinois?
Illinois.
Actually, it's Illinois. I always tell people there's no noise in Illinois.
Very good.
Yeah, it's
I
Illinois.
stand corrected.
Okay. As far as I know, let me pull up my Merriam-Webster dictionary and
Okay.
see if Merriam-Webster tells us something different. No, I'm
Alrighty.
not. I'm not accessing it
Says
here
now,
because
maybe
okay.
while you're doing that, I'm gonna ask you about and talk about is it if in the black community as generations pass or come through, are our grammar getting better? Because traditionally we we spoke what we heard, and we were past. Our grandparents and foreparents wasn't as educated as we are, and so what we heard from them is usually the words we used until we got to school and learned that it was the wrong word. Are you seeing a trend since we have more availability to schools and stuff like that, that our grammar is improving and our children grammar is improving? Is that trending toward it, or are we still beginning to hear what we repeating what we hear from um, people that hadn't had the formal education that we have?
I think we are still. I don't know. I don't have the statistical data, but I know writing skills have decreased overall. So the writing
It
skills,
has.
the grammar. So I think
Ri-
writing skills
Writing
have.
skill has decreased.
No, writing skills have decreased.
Wow.
Skills, plural. Writing skills have decreased.
Skills. Right. Okay.
Yeah, right. Writing skills have decreased overall. That's been proven statistically. So that would mean the same thing about grammar.
Mm-hmm.
While I think our ability to become educated is more accessible, and that's what's really disappointing. It is one thing for me to hear my uncle's voice and hear mispronunciations, and those mispronunciations don't make me angry. He was not an educated man. Or any of my ancestors whose voices I hear their rhythmic, soulful black dialect, and it's beautiful. But when I hear our young children who have access to education speaking poorly, and when I hear so-called educated people speaking very poorly, saying peoples, for instance, when they should be saying people, I'm very disappointed. It seems as if their education had no effect. And there are things, in my opinion, that contribute to that. Integration brought about a lot of soft bigotry, where sometimes white instructors will leave black students where they are with regard to their writing and speech. I had a colleague to tell me, well, Joe doesn't write well, but you know, black people have had a hard time. I said, hey, don't be doing us no favors, okay? Don't you require standard English from all of your students? He's one of your students. Don't label him as the one his race has had a bad time. So I'm going to allow him to speak bad grammar, teach him to elevate his grammar for certain occasions, and he can still maintain his home English. He can still say what, but it'd be like, "Hey, bro, what's going on? Where you at?" He can still do that, but he needs to know how to say, "Where are you? Good evening." Yeah, and so
Yeah.
no, I don't know if our grammar has our use of it has gotten stronger. With to some degree, I listen to some of the debutantes that we have. I read what they've written, and their writing is good. So they are learning the standard, and I don't think anybody is giving them a free pass. So, and then at the same time, I might look at the writing of people who already have a degree and wonder what happened here. What happened? Um, it has been allowed in some settings. Your thoughts?
Thoughts? I agree with you, but I got another pet peeve, and it's probably a subject for another show. When they took Kershaw out of school, okay, and how, and they're thinking about putting it back right now, Mamie. So how?
Okay, I'm sorry.
I want
What
your
did you
thoughts
say? They're
on that.
taking out?
I want your thoughts on that. Maybe later about that, and it gotta affect communications because some folks write Kershaw, and people that can't write it probably can they read it?
Oh, cursive writing.
Cursive.
Right, the
See,
cursive writing.
see, what did I say it was?
I don't know, but I wasn't quite getting it. Whatever you called it, I was trying to figure it out. Okay, cursive
See you.
writing. That's CURSIVE. I don't know that
This
it's
is
still
this is this is why it's important to have this subject in the conversation. You know, most
okay.
learn. I got a master's degree, man, and still talk like I'm in the first grade sometimes.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? You know you don't know, and you know that you don't know. So that's good. That's a good place to be. Look at the millions of people who don't know and don't know that they don't know. They're not correctable. They're not going to change because they don't know that they don't know.
True, true.
I like being in a group of people. When I don't know something, I know that I don't know, so I'm going to try to learn. And I just looked up that state. Chicago is in, and I don't know if you can hear this.
Chicago.
Illinois. Can you hear it on my end? I just played
No,
it.
no, I can't hear it
Illinois.
on my end.
Okay, try it again. Okay, hold on a second.
Maybe
Illinois.
I can hear it
Illinois.
now.
You heard it? All right, that's Illinois. No, no
Try
noise.
try it again, maybe.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure. Illinois. Illinois.
We got it.
Illinois. That is the correct pronunciation. The S on Illinois is silent. It's not Illinois. And it's Massachusetts, not Massachusetts. If you there's another word. If you look at it, you'll see it. You'll see Massachusetts. Those are the two states that I can think of. Maybe Hawaii. It was interesting to
Instead of
find out
Hawaii,
that Hawaii, yeah, has. I thought it had a WI, but it seems to me there is another spelling. I'm googling it now. Hawaii spelling. Here we go. Let's see what AI says. You spell Hawaii Hawai, but in Hawaiian language, it's Hawai apostrophe I with a glottal stop. It's called a glottal stop. Hawai and then an apostrophe, but they call it a glottal stop instead of an apostrophe. It says though the official U.S. state name is simply Hawaii
right?
without that mark. So if you see it Hawai and that little mark that looks like an apostrophe and another I, that's acceptable.
Okay. What about those when you mention Hawaii? That kind of meant that to me. That kind of thing is that kind of a what I call it. Let me take my phone out. I made a mistake. But anyway, is that kind of a country thing? For an example, and correct me, because I'm always open to be corrected, Mamie. There's a word that is one of my pet peeves, and that is the word Cuba. Okay, and but I understand that the correct pronunciation for Cuba is not Cuba because that's what we pronounce in the United States, but I believe it's Cuba as well as the word as Mexico. I believe they pronounce it as Medico, El Medico. So, am I right about that?
I think that has to do with the Spanish pronunciation rather than the American, like Medico, the X. But I'm not sure. I don't want to speak on something I'm not sure about. So I'm Googling Cuba pronunciation, but that's what I thought it was, Cuba. All right,
Yeah, but
Cuba.
I think the word is Cuba
All right, all right, here it
and
is. Cuba.
Medico instead of Mexico and Cuba.
All right, here it is. Is it pronounced Cuba or Cuba? All right. AI says it's Cuba, Kuba.
Cuba.
It's correct, but in English, it is referred to as Cuba. Okay,
Right.
so it's still, yeah, it's Cuba, what you were just saying, but in English, we pronounce it Cuba. So I think it goes back to what we were talking about earlier, depending on
Where you
what's
are is where you were when?
like Hawaii. In
Right.
Hawaii, it is spelled with that glottal stop, that apostrophe, a mark that looks like the apostrophe. So it's Cuba, and probably the same thing for Mexico.
Yeah.
A person who speaks fluent Spanish, I guess,
Yeah.
might use Medico. Okay, let's see. Mexico. Here we go. Is it pronounced Mexico or Mexico? Yes, in Spanish, Mexico, written as Mexico, same way we write it, is
Mm.
pronounced closer to Mexico. Mexico. Oh, this says Mexico, not with an English X sound. Okay, the X is missing because the X meant an SH, Mexico,
Medico.
shifted to an
Okay.
H. So you're right, Mexico.
Yeah.
That reminds me, Jose, can you see? You've heard that anecdote, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they love me in America. I went there and they were singing to me at a baseball game. Jose, can you see? I love that story.
You know what's the rule uh, about the word J and in the Spanish words sometimes you like Julio, right? Some of the
Right,
H words that sound like a J but they're pronounced as an H, or
right.
vice versa. Which is it?
Yeah, I mean, okay. What's your question?
For Julio, how
Right.
you how you spell Julio? You spell it
With a
with a
J,
J,
like
right?
Jesus. You don't say hey Jesus. Well,
Yeah.
as far as I know, we say Jesus. A friend of mine said he was waiting in the bus station years ago when we traveled a lot by Greyhound, kept waiting for Vallejo to be called, and he sat there 3 or 4 hours, and finally he went to the ticket counter and said, "Okay, I've been waiting for a bus for a long time for Vallejo, sir. We've been calling it." No, no, he said Valley Joe. That's what he said. He called it Valley
Valley
Joe.
Joe.
Sir, we don't have a Valley Joe, but the bus has been called several times for Vallejo. V
Uh,
A
like a
L L E J O E
like
J
a
O.
like a friend of mine, we was telling him, I said, well, the most words that in Spanish that sounds like an H, I mean, that start with a J but it sound like a H, you pronounce it that way. And
Right.
so he said, well, same thing for Hulai,
So what is he trying to say was hula?
July, instead of you
Oh
put,
no, that's cute. Okay, clever. Okay.
he was pronouncing all his J's with an H sound.
So we have Vallejo and Hulai
Yeah.
and other words with J's. So that's been a good conversation today about common mispronunciations.
Yeah. All right. I think our
All right.
time is up. Do you have your grammar exercise this morning?
No, we are off until January
January
19th.
19th. Okay.
Since it's early, it's MLK Day, so we'll start off with the comma with Junior or without Junior. Martin Luther King Jr.
Mm,
Do we
okay.
use the comma or do we not use it? Okay, so you won't be on, right? Or will we have
Well, let me see. 9 o'clock. Probably won't be on.
or
Probably
we
won't be
won't
on
be
because
on?
we got to do the live parade. If I do get on, I probably get off early because I got to get downtown and prepare
Oh,
for the
okay.
parade. Yeah,
Okay.
but more
Okay.
than likely, I probably won't be on MLK Day.
Okay.
But I'll let you know. We stay posted. We'll stay tuned. Okay.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas.
Okay. Thank you, and Merry Christmas to you. All right.
All right. And and one other word I thought of, MINE. A lot of
Mine.
people add S to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All righty.
All right.
Well, Mamie, thank you so much.
And
Now
thank
we'll be
you.
back. You'll be back on next Monday now, right?
I guess I'll see about getting up. Okay. This is early. All right.
You
Have a
get up
good
and
day.
you get up. It's hard to get up once you're so used to it. How can you not get up? You probably wake up
Right.
automatically anyway at certain times every morning, right?
Right. On Mondays, I usually do.
Yeah, yeah.
This is,
I do
Mr.
too.
Hill has me used to that.
All right. Okay, Mamie.
All right.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Okay.
Okay. All
All
right,
right.
y'all.
Bye-bye.
That was Mamie Hickson of Grammar Time. Okay, Mamie of Grammar Time. We got to go to commercial break, but when we come back, y'all, we'll talk about what's happening around the world, around your state, and around your community. Thank you, Mamie.
I
Bye-bye.
remember these. Will I have the money to send my kid to college? Well, that's specific. How long has that been there? 7-letter word for a bank that helps you reach your goals.
Synovus. Order for Synovus?
Thank you.
Are you Synovus?
Yes.
Are you gonna ask or should I?
A solid financial future doesn't happen by chance. Let's talk about your potential today.
Home has been in business since 1913. Hi, I'm David Hawkins, the owner of Joe Marston Son Funeral Home, saying we are a full-service funeral home. We offer pre-need funeral planning. We have a newly remodeled chapel and conference facility. Stop by and see us today. We have 9 vehicles, all waiting to service you. At Joe Marston Son Funeral Home, we appreciate your stopping by. On behalf of all of our family here at Joe Marston Son Funeral Home, thank you so much for allowing our family to serve you.
Viola's Menswear, 2727 West Cervantes Street, Pensacola, Florida. Gentlemen, fine clothing at an affordable price. Suits starting at $139. Dress, shoes, hats, and accessories. Here at Viola's Menswear, 2727 West Cervantes Street in Pensacola, Florida. Call today at 429-7146, 2727 West Cervantes Street in Pensacola, Florida.
Are you searching for a great bank in Pensacola? Your search ends here with Bank of Pensacola. At Bank of Pensacola, we go beyond just being a bank. We prioritize exceptional customer service to meet all your banking needs. Whether you're interested in our checking or savings accounts, CDs, IRAs, or auto and home loans, or even credit cards, we have the perfect solutions for you. Visit us today for more information.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Arthur Searcy in Pensacola today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I still have a dream.
The Martin Luther King Jr. Parade, live on Blab TV, downtown Palafox Street in Pensacola.
It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream.
You don't want to miss the citywide celebration, downtown Palafox Street in Pensacola, live on Blab TV.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up.
Singing telegram! Happy, happy holiday cash scratch-offs. That looks like a great gift for everyone on my list, including me.
Oh, watch out! The Florida Lottery. It's good fun.
You are invited to the 37th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Parade, Monday, January the 19th, 11 o'clock a.m. in downtown Pensacola. This year's powerful theme is With Unity, We Won't Turn Back. Register your group today. Entries are placed by the date your application is received, so don't wait. For registration forms, email themlking2020@gmail.com or call 850-378-9242. Join us as we honor the life, the legacy, and the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. Christmas time is upon us, and hopefully you're going to have a great Christmas plan for your Christmas weekend. We're going to have a long weekend since Christmas is going to be on Thursday, y'all. Christmas is going to be on Thursday, and hopefully you're going to have a long weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And no, let's start Wednesday, because we talk about a little bit of the news this morning. Your favorite president has designated this year Christmas Eve as an official federal holiday. So if you're a federal worker and all that kind of stuff, you will have Christmas Eve off. And I know a lot of the municipalities and the state and some of the employers will also allow you to be off on Christmas Eve. Some of you may have to work, but you may get off early on Christmas Eve. All I do know is that the stores and things will be closed also on Christmas Eve as well. Okay, speaking of stores, and we're speaking of talking about things that's in the news this morning. We're going to talk about the news item, but Saturday was designated officially as what kind of sales Saturday or something like that. I forget what it goes, but they had a lot of folks. I had put it down somewhere or another. A lot of people were shopping Saturday, even in Pensacola. I had looked up the stats on that, and I just have to find it here. But a lot of folks were shopping in Pensacola over the weekend, and we call that they got a certain name for it here, but I'll determine a little bit later for Saturday what they call that Saturday shopping. That's shopping Saturday. Got named like like Black Fridays and something else and something else and something else. But I wrote it down somewhere. I said I was going to tell you. I wasn't aware of that. I was not aware that they track all of the shopping things the Saturday before Christmas. And in Pensacola, we had quite a number of folks that was shopping in Pensacola. And when I had all of the statistics written down, and my luck is I cannot find the stats that I've written down about Pensacola, but I'll get to it. When I don't need it, it'll come forward to me. Okay, it'll come forward to me. Let's talk about some of the things. Since it's Christmas time, y'all, and we're always talking about some bad news, but let's talk about a little good news. And well, let me put it this way. Let's talk about some preventive for the holidays. Okay, preventive things we can do for the holidays. So you don't want to get scammed, because they got a national thing out there scamming people, and it's a thing called smiffing. Some big word called smiffing in Texas. You get Texas now, okay? Please warn everybody. FBI have warned us and says do not respond to these texts. Sometimes these texts look so real that you can't tell them. That's the problem with AI. And they're gonna text you. They sometimes phone call you and says that you owe a toll, and they're gonna get you if you don't pay the toll. You don't pay a $10 toll. They're gonna charge you a $100 penalty. all that kind of stuff. Don't fall for those okie dokes. Deliveries and government agencies, none of that kind of stuff. Check it out. Check it out first, okay? Check it out. Don't. And one of the things you don't want to do, don't click on those links, okay? You look at it, but don't click on them, because sometimes you click on them and go to their sites, then they got technologies that can steal your personal data that you'll probably regret, okay? You'll probably regret. Another thing on the good news front is I was telling Mamie this morning about the lottery, Powerball. It is at $1.6 billion, y'all. $1.6 billion. And I believe the payout, if you won, if one single person won, the payout is about $700 million. Wouldn't that be a beautiful Christmas present for me? Even though I don't like to play the lottery. But anyway, I would encourage you. Go ahead. What you got to lose? What do you got to lose? $1 or $2. Just don't go excessive. You know, if you want to invest $3, $10. Well, even if you invested $100, who cares? And you won, just look how much you win. But know that the odds of winning is very, 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 very low. Okay? Had it not been very low, somebody would have won by now. It wouldn't have been a $1.6 billion pot. Okay? Because I don't know why it's so much harder what they're doing these days to make it so much harder to win the lottery, but it is. So, but anyway, if you want to take your chances, go for it. Okay, you want to take your chances, go for it. Okay, because that would be a great gift, great holiday gift. Now I always say it too, but I don't think you can keep your for the Powerball, and particularly in the state of Florida. I said I want to be anonymously. Help me, Mamie, anonymously. Like Trump. I can't pronounce the word no. You want to be anonymous, though, okay? But you can't do it, I don't think. Some state will allow you to do that, but in the state of Florida, I don't believe you're allowed to be. You have to, which is, I think, is kind of unfair. Because everybody, all those cousins them that you didn't know about, they're going to come out of the woodworks on you if you win. Or if you do win, you don't have to share it with the world. Let the world find out on its own, okay? Another thing is that on the national front, y'all, on the national front, you know, Friday was the Epstein Day, okay? Friday was the Epstein's Day, and they had to release, the Department of Justice was ordered by Congress. It's a law, federal law. They had to release all of the files by midnight, which they didn't. They released a few of them, and most of those that they released was redacted, was blacked out. So you got Congress is a little upset about that right now, and we're gonna see what they are going to do about it. Okay, we'll see what they're gonna do about it. All right. On the state level, they executed Frank Walls. Frank Walls, he was found guilty of killing about 5 people, and so this weekend, I guess it must have been Friday, Saturday. I don't know what date it was. I think it was the 18th that they executed Frank Walls in the state of Florida by lethal injection. State of Florida so far has been leading the country with executions. Okay, they're leading the country with execution. Also, let's talk about what's going on the local front. Okay, what's going on the local front? Well, the drag queen show, y'all, the controversy we've been talking about for a while. The drag queen show is on and popping as I sit here right now. Unless something changed overnight, the drag queen show is on and popping. In fact, it has a sellout crowd. Okay, got a sellout crowd. You know, last week the 11th Court of Appeal, somebody appealed some decision that has to do with drag queens and children going and they had to stay on it, but the 11th Circuit of Appeal overrode that decision, and the states now can enforce certain laws on drag queen shows. Okay, if it's involved allowing children to go to drag queen shows, and so the state of Florida and the Attorney General for the state of Florida have been on the city of Pensacola's behind about having that drag queen show, and the city said no, it's too much liability. If we are going to, it's legal. We are going to have the drag queen show. If you want us to, because if we don't have it, it's a lot more liability to the city if we don't have it than it is if we do have it. And state of Florida, if you want to pay the legal costs and reimburse them for all of the costs, we'll do it. And of course, you know, the state of Florida said no, we won't. But nevertheless, we still want you to cancel the drag queen show. No way. Okay, so that is out. Okay, that's out. So right now we'll see what happens. It is scheduled to go on tomorrow night, y'all, at the Singer Theater. It's sold out crowd. It's one of the few shows that's sold out. There's several shows that's sold out at the Pensacola Theater, but it is among the very few sellouts at the Pensacola. At the Singer Theater. So keep your eyes on that. Okay. Also, we reported last week about the Florida Power and Light building for sale. You know, that flagship operation downtown there. They got it for sale. They got it for sale for $36 million. It's a 13-acre tract of property, 250,000 square feet, stuff like that. And the city got involved now, and they want them to try to sell it to some responsible businesses that also, they got some other property right across from it called Tech Park, I believe called Tech Park. So what they want, the city wants to attract some businesses that want to take over that building, as well as maybe to purchase Tech Park and develop Tech Park there as well. Okay, so we'll see what happens. So since we're down in that area, you know, right down in front of that building, you got the Veteran Memorial Park. It's been reported that the foundation for the federal park have been petitioning the city and so forth to put bathrooms there. Okay, instead of having porta potties there, and been doing it for several years, and it was on track to be done. It cost something. Almost $600 some million, $600 and some $1,000 to put a bathroom down there. They had the funding for it. But for whatever reasons, that funding has been put on hold. Okay, that funding has been put on hold. Also, I believe we reported last week, Miss Kara Smith Banks' husband, Carl Banks. He was 54 years old. He had a heart attack, and he passed away at the graduation. Now, she's speaking out about what she thought was wrong, and I think a lot of people agree that maybe the celebration or the graduation should be canceled, or should have been canceled, and so they are obviously litigating, not litigating, but they're the controversy about that. I saw a news report last week with Dr. Meadows of Pensacola State College, and he was apologetic. And as he was passing those diplomas out, he said he kind of caught somebody's corner of his eye, but nobody officially told them what was the brouhaha. So he offered actually to help with some of the funeral expenses and so forth. So he had been handing out some things, so we'll see what happens. All right, y'all. On a sadder note, you know, we already report what's going on. Marilyn Franklin has been one of the staples of this community. She has been singing around town for 50 years or more. Okay, so it's sad to report. Many of you probably know by now, but Marilyn passed. And I don't know all the arrangement when of the funeral or anything like that, but she passed. And you know, I got married 51 years ago, so obviously Marilyn been singing a lot longer than 50 years then, because I've been married for 51 years. Marilyn Franklin sung at my wedding. Okay? Marilyn Franklin sung at my wedding. She has sung so many times in so many places. Okay? So many times in so many places around town. So it is certainly sad to hear of her passing. Okay? The state of Florida, the FBI, a lot of those organizations, they got together on in the local law enforcement officer, Northwest Florida, they got together and did what they called Operation Northern Lights. What that means is that they was able to successfully return 43 children, y'all, that was lost, missing, or stolen. You know, a lot of them some of them were runaways, some of them was taken by their parents, some of them was kidnapped. But that Operation Northern Lights was able to return 43 missing children here in Northwest Florida. That is certainly good news. Good news. And speaking of good news, it's Christmas time. You beginning to see the charities and the things that are going on around town. The Escambia County Sheriff's Office had this has a program called Shop with Cops program, and they've been implementing that program where they selected a certain school, certain individuals that would not had a nice Christmas. So the sheriff department got names of individuals, and the cops took them. They get the wish list from the kids, and then they take those deputies will take those kids shopping for the holidays, and that's a good thing. And not only that, Pensacola State College also, Pensacola Christian School had a what you call a charity ball that they also funded for 500 families, and so therefore they are going to help somebody else have Christmas. Now, not to be outdone, okay, not to be outdone, Baptist Hospital, okay, Baptist Hospital, the Baptist Healthcare also selected. They went to CAY school over the weekend and made Christmas and holidays great for everybody, okay, and for those kids there. All right, now getting back on the bad side, law enforcement officer arrested a 44-year-old man and charged him with homicide over the weekend for no weekend shooting. I think his name was Alex Hines. So read all about it in your news source. I'm just telling you the headlines, okay? Headline. Also on the headlines, Mayor D.C. Reeves, okay, our Lusher Mayor, has filed to rerun for election. Okay, so read all about that. Some other news on the local side. The Pensacola Beach, you know that little gateway there for Pensacola Beach? Well, they're building a brand new gateway there as you go into the beach. A $6.5 million project. So if you go to the beach often, you go over that way, you're going to be a little bit inconvenienced because you're going to have some lane closures and so forth while they're doing that project, okay? And that project, that $6.5 million project was funded by the local option sale taxes, okay? And so they're due to have that project completed by 2020, about in December of 2026. So you prepare to have a little bit inconvenience, okay? A little bit inconvenience for that. Also, on the other side of the news as well, over in Santa Rosa County, those two boys, 14, 16-year-old boys, that was charged with the murder of a 14-year-old girl. I believe she was a 14-year-old girl. They are going to be tried, I believe, as an adult for premeditated first-degree murder. I think the decision has been made about that. Okay. Also, they stop the. Y'all be careful. Make sure you drive the speed limit. Make sure that your equipment is done, because you just don't want to randomly pull over. They pulled over a car and for speeding. Okay, pulled over a car for speeding on Pine Forest Road. I believe was driving 60 in a 45. And when they pulled him over, they smelled marijuana, and that led to other things. So he was arrested for drug trafficking and speeding, and had a loaded gun in his car and so forth. So you make sure that, particularly, I don't understand people that doing stuff legal. Why don't you just the legal? If you're going to do something illegal, the legal thing to do, at least obey the traffic laws so that you don't get busted. But hey, what can I say? Remember, I was trying to remember the name of the Saturday. What they named the Saturday? They called it Super Saturday. Now it came to me now. Super Saturday. I know I had written it down somewhere. I found it. On Super Saturday, so 159 million people were shopping in Pensacola stores Saturday for Super Saturday. Everybody trying to get in where they can fit in for the holidays, y'all. Trying to get in where they can fit in for the holidays, okay? Making these holidays here. And speaking of making holidays here, if you've been traveling, have you been out to the airport lately? They got Christmas cheers there. The Pensacola Children Chorus has been caroling, if you will, at the Pensacola airport. Okay, they've been caroling at the Pensacola airport. I tell you what, it just make your heart grows fonder. Okay, and while we're talking about traveling and caroling, it's Christmas time, and we're talking about the guy that's speeding. Please obey the traffic laws. There was a lady and her daughter was involved in a very serious accident this past weekend in a car crash that hit a utility pole, and so you don't want this holiday to be a bad holiday for you. Okay, nothing worse than losing somebody at holiday. Now, speaking of that, I believe it's over in Okaloosa County, right? Over in Okaloosa County, they found a woman shot dead in her own home. So an investigation is going on over there now, trying to determine what happened with that as well. As well as the Santa Rosa County law enforcement officers are also investigating and looking for somebody that had robbery at the 7-Eleven over in Milton as well. One of the other events over there in Santa Rosa County, they had I think this happened in Molino. I don't think it happened in Santa Rosa County. Last year, they had a traffic accident up in Molino where we had a tanker truck, and a lady and her daughter was behind the tanker truck, and then I believe a log truck came up behind them. But anyway, somebody failed to stop, sandwiched the lady and her daughter in between his 12-year-old daughter. The 12-year-old daughter did not survive last year. So now they are filing a wrongful lawsuit against the tanker truck company. Okay, I don't know much about the facts of the case, but I'm sure that was lawyers figured out that the tanker truck probably had more money, more insurance money than the log truck behind it. So I don't know, but anyway, they filing a huge lawsuit for that. Okay, Christmas time. I want you to warn, just some warning on Christmas here with your kids. Okay, be careful with your kids, because those small batteries, and magnets and all those little items, they can be swallowed by children, and it can be very dangerous to them. So make sure you can keep those things out of the way of your kids. Okay, out of the way of your kids. If you're living up in, I think it's over on the Marcus Drive area. Okay, living on the Marcus Drive area, ECUA has advised that you go ahead and continue to boil your water. They obviously had some issues with the water over there, so you make sure you involve in that. Now, another thing, we were talking about bad things happening in the holidays, and this is not happening here, but happened somewhere in Florida. A woman is charged with killing both of her ex-husbands on the same day, okay, in 2 different counties. And so when they found her, well, they didn't know about the first murder, but when they found her for one of the murders, and they asked her, they wanted to talk to her about the murder of her husband, and guess what she said? She said, well, which one? Then that alerted them to the murder of the second husband, so they had to do a home check, a welfare check on the second husband, and also found him dead. Wow, what the world coming to? I don't know what the world coming to. Speaking of that, I know you heard last week reported, this is on an international scene, where the Jewish community came on an attack at Bondi Beach over in Australia, and a lot of folks were killed there. So the law enforcement has warned the local Jewish community to be on alert during this holiday, because this is the month, this is the Hanukkah going on. So definitely need to be on alert about that. Okay. Like I said, warm weather. We're gonna have some very nice warm and dry weather throughout this holiday. Okay. Now, if you're into lights, okay, into lights. You know, some folks, you go to Bellingraph Gardens, and some folks drive around the neighborhood and so forth. But if you go to Santa Rosa County, Sewell Farm has some great Christmas lighting. Okay, great Christmas lighting that you might want to take advantage of. It's just really nice. I hope they got over 1 million lights over there. So that's one thing to take the kids to over in Santa Rosa County, called Sewell Farm. Okay, SOWLL, Sewell Farm. And also, if you're up in Alabama, and I always say this, the Bruton, Alabama, and Robert Hill used to tell me this all the time, because he used to go through Bruton, Alabama to go home. He said, Vern, you know what? They have the best looking Christmas light in all of the cities I went through between here and Montgomery. And he always talked about the Christmas light over in Bruton, Alabama. But if you want to get something a little closer, go to Santa Rosa County on Sewell's Farm. They got they got over 1 million lights over there. Over 1 million lights. Okay, the city of Pensacola, I think it was on Thursday, also approved the budget. I mean the funding for the Reimagine Palafox. You know, they've been talking about, there's a lot of controversy about Reimagine Palafox. Well, it looked like that might happen. Okay, that's a $10.7 million project, and they intend to start work on that project sometime in January. And I think that's pretty much wraps up everything that's been happening in Pensacola over the weekend, in Northwest Florida, and around the world. A lot of most stuff around the world. So yeah, I can't keep up with all that. Yeah, I can't keep up with what's happening all around the world. But all we know is that a lot happening. You might want to keep up with it. Get whatever you need to get from your news source. Fact check me. I'm reporting what I'm told about the news, the headlines of the news. But you want to get the details of the news, go to whatever news source you usually get, because I'm reporting what they're reporting, okay, as a headline news. All right, y'all, I'm going to take a commercial break. When I come back, I'll hopefully be talking to Miss Clara Long, y'all. I'll hopefully be talking to Miss Clara Long about jobs in the area, okay? Y'all stay tuned. Tell everybody that Vernon is on this morning, okay?
Navigating healthcare is hard. Baptist makes it better. With convenient locations, easy scheduling, and skilled, compassionate doctors. All when you need us most. The next time you need care, let Baptist make it better. Baptist Healthcare.
Some mobile companies make it hard to get a good deal. But at Cox Mobile, we know there's a better way to save. A smarter way. That's why we run on the network with unbeatable 5G reliability without breaking the bank. You'll pay as low as $30 per line. It's a win-win. Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile.
Stash your money somewhere smarter. With 5.05% APY, PenAir's high-yield checking puts your money to work and earning big. PenAir Credit Union. Join us.
Are you looking to start your education or to change careers? Pensacola State College is the place for you. We offer bachelor's degrees, 2-year degrees, career certificates, and more, ranging from nursing to welding. Apply today. PensacolaState.edu.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Arthur Searcy in Pensacola today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Singing telegram! Happy holiday cash scratch-offs! That looks like a great gift for everyone on my list, including me!
Oh, watch out! The Florida Lottery. It's good fun.
You are invited to the 37th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Parade, Monday, January the 19th, 11 o'clock a.m. in downtown Pensacola. This year's powerful theme is With Unity, We Won't Turn Back. Register your group today. Entries are placed by the date your application is received, so don't wait. For registration forms, email the mlking2020@gmail.com or call 850-378-9242. Join us as we honor the life, the legacy, and the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Well, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, y'all. You got Vernon this morning. Yeah, today is Monday, y'all. You only got a couple days for Christmas time. It's 7:30. You know we have Miss Clara Long. Start all over. I had your audio off, sugar. You know, when you're working by yourself and you get old as I am, you forget to do a lot of things. So let's start all over again, okay?
All right. Good morning, Mr. Vernon, and happy Attitude Monday.
Thank you. All right. How you doing? How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. I mean, my baby girl came home from college this weekend. She's gonna spend a couple of days with us, and then she's gonna head back to Tallahassee. So we're doing good.
Were y'all among that 159 million people that was shopping that on Super Saturday in Pensacola?
No, sir. No, sir. We were staying put. I didn't want to get out to the hustle and bustle of that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. You got to do what like me and Hill do. What we do, we just wait till Christmas Eve about 2 o'clock on Christmas Eve, 2 or 3 o'clock on Christmas Eve, and then we go to all the stores because we know they're going to have everything on sale. That's a good logic. Claire, I done lost my girl Claire already. When I told her that, she put me on hold. I see the call on hold. Okay. Let me turn my Bluetooth off, Claire, for one minute here. I need to turn my, you know what, I think what happened, they said what had happened here is that Claire, hang on for a minute. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere because alrighty. Claire, are you hearing me now? I called Claire back. We miscommunicated with Miss Claire. I got to see if I can get her back on the line so she can get her job report in. Are you back, Claire?
Yes, yes, I'm here now.
Alrighty. All right. That was.
I'm gonna have to make it quick. I'm gonna have to make it quick.
Go ahead. Make it quick, sugar.
Yes. So right now we do have some jobs out there. Even we have a positions available in my department called community center specialist. We have those positions available. So and it will be closing probably this week. So you want to go ahead and go out there and look to see if you qualify for those positions. So again, go out to myscambia.com and apply for those opening positions. Okay.
Community special. What really quick? What kind of qualification they need for that particular job, Claire?
No, they just have to have a high school diploma or GED.
Okay, high school diploma, GED.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I know you. Okay. I know you're busy this morning. We'll talk to you next week. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right now,
okay.
y'all. All right, y'all.
Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye. That's Miss Claire Long, y'all, with the city of Pensacola. A lot of jobs out there this morning. A lot of, if you need employment, okay, go to the city of Pensacola website. Go to the ECUA website. Go to Escarosa website and try to find jobs. Find jobs. There's always plenty of availability. A lot of these jobs, and I don't have to speak for Claire herself, a lot of these jobs does not require a lot of experience. Okay, some of these jobs does not require a lot of experience. So what you need to do is go on to that website and apply. Some of the jobs, some of the jobs are not, like I said, they're not just jobs. They're careers, okay? They're jobs and careers. When you go on that website, you may not necessarily need any experience on it. Some of these jobs, they will pay you and train you. Pay you and train you, okay? You don't get any better than that. Doesn't it get any better than that? They also, while you go on their website, also apply for multiple jobs, okay? Apply for multiple jobs out there, okay? Multiple jobs, because if you don't qualify for one, maybe something else is available for you, but go on, and that's what they're doing today. You don't send resumes in and stuff like that. You don't necessarily send that in. What you do is just apply for the job, and then one beauty of the system now, once you put your application in and for the type, you can apply for more than just one thing. If that one thing that you like is not available, but maybe it will come available later, which means to you then you don't have to apply for the job anymore. The job will apply for you. Put your name into the hat. Once that job come available, they'll send you an interest card and say, oh, are you still interested in this job? Are you still interested in this job? Say, yes, I'm still interested in this job, and so you can do that. So go to the website. Think about it. These jobs pay better than minimum wage. And not only, you remember I said, job is one thing, a career is another. So these jobs are jobs that has career paths to them. Okay, have career paths to them. They got benefits. Okay. Insurance and all other kinds of stuff, health insurance, which a lot of you are gonna need soon, because you know the subsidies expiring on December 31st, and people with health insurance are going to be skyrocketing. Folks that's on the Affordable Health Care Act and what's affectionately known as the Obamacare, but it really is the Affordable Health Care law that he passed during his administration that made health insurance affordable for the most of our country. And so that how they did that was the government was subsidizing it. Government was subsidizing the payment for your insurance. Okay, those subsidies expires on December 31st. Rather than making those things permanent like they made the tax cuts for the rich permanent, they did not do that. So you're going to have to deal with your politician about that, okay? You need to deal with your politician about that. So that's the reason that the Democrats shut down the government in order to get those subsidies extended. They agreed to open it up, and they still have not gotten them extended. But that's a whole new subject. I'm still talking about jobs right now and career opportunities and careers as opposed to jobs, okay? Career as opposed to jobs. But if you're unemployed, does it matter? Also, while I'm on that subject, there's a number of temporary jobs. Maybe you're in between jobs right now. Maybe you don't want a permanent job. Maybe there's a temporary job would do for you. But go on these websites and apply for those jobs and those opportunities that will benefit you. Things that you would like to do. I want to send some shout out this morning. I want to send out a shout out to Mrs. Lois Pruitt. Lois, good morning. Lois, how are you doing? She said, Vernon, having a magnificent morning. She was at Happy Holidays. She told me to tell everybody Happy Holidays and be blessed and be careful over the holidays. I want to send a special shout out to my buddy, Mr. Frank Baker, y'all. Frank Baker. Good morning, Frank. Frank is the handyman, y'all. If you need a handyman, Frank Baker is your man. Hey, Frank, we'll talk about Frank, and maybe he will start advertising on the WBQP TV and the WBQP radio like he did at the old station over there. So, but Frank the handyman, if you need Frank, we'll talk about him a little bit later on. Also, I want to send a shout out to Miss Willie Mae Kyle. Hey, Miss Willie Mae, how you do this morning? All right, she want to thank me for getting the news around Pensacola, and she want to say Merry Christmas. And I want to say Merry Christmas to all of you and every one of you this morning. Okay, and what I want you to do, okay, what I want you to do for me, okay. It's what I want you to do for me in order to help spread the word about this morning show. You know, like I say, I'm continuing the works of Robert Hill. Yeah, I'm trying to continue his work, spreading his work. So he started the Hill in the Morning show, is that he can get information out to you. And I want to continue that legacy for Hill to try to get the word out to you in the community, because this is what I call an information station there. But you say, how do you get it out? Well, it's easy. You know, one thing I learned in life, okay, is that let me see here, is that the word of mouth is better than the telephone or the telegraph. It's better because you tell somebody and they're going to tell you. You know, if you ever listen to the Blues Hound show, and Blues Hound believes that there's no such thing as a secret. If you want the word to get out, okay, to everybody, first thing you tell them, it's a secret. Don't tell nobody, okay? So y'all don't tell anybody about this show, okay? And then that's the best way to get it around the world, okay? Because everybody gonna tell everybody's secret. And then when you tell your secret, and when it comes back around the world and everybody knows about it, then you get mad at them for telling your secret. You know what the Blues Sound says. You're gonna get mad at anybody. Look at that mirror. Look in the mirror. Okay, look in the mirror. See? Look in that mirror. Now I done got my camera out of focus because I'm looking in the mirror. Okay. And get mad at yourself, because you're the one that told it. Then they tell everybody else. But this is a good secret that you need to tell. Tell everybody. If you look at that graphic I got on there, it's very easy. This is the very easiest way. The easiest way to get WBQP TV and WBQP radio is just type in on your phone. You type it in, text it to your best friend, and then have them to text to their best friend. Just type in your text thing, somebody that you love near, and just text in. Just type in RDO.TO, very easy. And then /WBQP. Okay, let me repeat it. RDO.TO. dot to forward slash WBQP. Okay? RDO dot to forward slash WBQP. That is the easiest way to get it, because you can get it on your phone, you can get it on your tablet, you can get it on your watch, if you will, get it on your computer, get it everywhere, okay? And that's easy. It will bring up an app on your phone. When you do that, it'll bring up an app on your phone. I'll show you what it looked like when you type that into your phone. It does sometimes ask you for a little bit of information. You can decline that, because I want to see who got the app. Okay, I want to see who got the app. But anyway, it'll bring you up on your phone like an app. You see these apps on this phone? It's WBQP app, WBQP radio app. So we're only type on this one right here. Okay, it's called WBQP radio app. If you look at that, this is what it's gonna look like on your phone. Okay, come on down to Miami. Okay, there it is. If you look at that, let me make sure. If you look at that, when you type in that link, rdo.to WBQP TV, and on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer, everywhere, whatever your device is, it'll bring you up this menu. Then the only thing you have to do, let's say type on WBQP Radio Live, okay? And let me show you when I'm going to tap that, okay? I'm going to tap WBQP Radio Live, and guess what's going to happen here? Guess what's going to happen here? See me? We're live. That's it. And let me tell you the virtue of this. Let me get out of this for 1 minute. The radio app, the radio part of us is almost like the TV side, okay? Almost like the TV side. Not only does it give you audio, it'll give you video as well, okay? So you ever had a radio you can see? Now you do. Now you do. Thanks to me, you got a radio you can see, and then you also got the TV you can see. I can see on the other side. If you get tired of listening to the radio, okay? Music you can see your favorite artists. You can see them perform. If they got music video, a lot of artists have music videos. And if you, when the song is playing, you can just listen to it, or you can physically watch their video, or you can see the graphics of who. Sometimes you ever wonder who sang that thong? Who sang that thong? Okay, you're not the blues sound right now, Vernon. But anyway, you're curious about who's singing that song. Generally speaking, when you listen to WBQP Radio Live, it will bring up the graphics on the artist of the song, okay, and what album they got, all the information about it. So that's a great thing for the radio side, okay. But if you get tired of listening to the radio, okay, and you want to look at TV, and just go to the TV, clap the TV thing, and voila, the TV, same thing on television. See, you turn it this way, and if you flip it sideways, you can make it bigger. Okay, I can tell you that now. You flip it sideways, you can make it bigger. So now another good thing about both of these apps. Okay, since you got it on, if you're going to use your phone as your baseline, okay, you use your phone as your baseline. Guess what else you can do? Okay, you say, well, I want to look at it on TV. Project this to your TV. Okay, the only thing you got to do is just project it to your TV. You know how to do that. Some folks don't know how to do it, but you know how to just project the image onto your. They got a term for it. I can't remember what it is called when you can project whatever on your phone onto your television set. If you get tired of closing your eyes and look at it one eye on the cell phone, if you got home into your easy chair, you just project it onto your television, okay? Now, also, if you're at home and if you're getting ready to go to work and just want to listen to it and don't want to look at it on TV, you can turn the TV on and project to your TV. But if you just want to listen to it and then want to tap your phone, this does not, once you have this on, does not affect any other function of your phone. If you get a call, your call going to come in and override it, and then you can it'll automatically put this app on hold while you take your call. When you hang up, it'll retake it over again. But another feature that I have with my technology is that we are also are on Alexa, okay? Alexa devices, okay? Put it on your CarPlay. If you go into your car, and many people use CarPlay now because there's a navigation system outside of what's in your own that built in your car. There's a navigation system called what's the name of that? Wave. You need to get Wave. WAZE, Wave. And on Wave, you went on CarPlay and Auto Android. You can get Wave, and then you can download the WBQ app on Wave on that platform on your CarPlay or your Auto Android, and you can take me around the country. You won't lose the signal. Like if you drive out of the signal, if you listen to the radio, you drive right out of the signal range. Okay, you drive right out of the signal range after you get so far out of town. But with this being on autoplay and CarPlay, okay, you could take us throughout the country. Okay, wherever you go to cargo, just like you won't lose the signal at all. So the technology here is just fantastic. If you're really seriously interested in looking at that. Now I want to get back to this Wave app, WAZE. If you're not familiar with Wave navigation app, okay, let me school you about that. WAZE is better than your $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 navigation app that you got in your car. Okay, way better. If you got an Apple phone, an Android phone, and you want to use CarPlay, they got CarPlay and Auto Android. The CarPlay is for the Apple phone, and Android Auto is for the Android phones. Okay, you plug those in. You can plug it in, or either it's wireless. Just go to Auto Android or CarPlay and select the map or Wave, WAZE. And the reason I'm telling you about this, and some people didn't know about this, but some people do know about it. It is the best app in the world. It is like, you remember the day when we had in this live, real-time reporting of what's going on your app. You said, why is it so important? Because it will notify you in real time accidents, people broke down on the side of the road, objects in the road. It's the whole 9 yards. You ask yourself, well, how does it know all of that? I was so impressed with the first time I viewed. It also would tell you if any police ahead. Oh, you got to get this. You got to get that navigation system called WAZE. How it works, y'all. How it works is that you remember the day we used to have CB radios, and we think we can outsmart the cops with CB radios, and you can say, "Hey, good buddy, 10-4 all this." Well, this is a modern day version of CB radio without CB radios. Okay. Other people who have Waves, what they do is they report all of these incidents and so forth. If they report it and say, well, a mile back, because somebody going southbound looked over on the northbound lane and see where the cops had pulled somebody over, or cops had pulled somebody over on the southbound lane. They report that in real time, and then so that app will notify and say, look, cops ahead, cops at this mile marker, the cops here, the cops there, you know what I'm saying, or an accident here, or traffic jam is here. It gives you all of that great information. If you're traveling, okay, I know people like to use their car system, because I pay so much money for that navigation system. Wave is that plus more, okay, and it's free. That's the good part about it, and it's free. It's just an app that's downloaded on your cell phone, and you plug that into your car, and it's just absolutely great, y'all. WAZE. And also with that, you can download the WBQP TV app. You can listen to WBQP going around the country if you wanted to. And then it's just like any other navigation system. When it comes up on an alert, it just overrides the station, let you know what the alert is, and then it go back to normal program. You gotta get it, y'all. You gotta do yourself a favor and get it, okay? Gotta do yourself a favor and get it. All right, y'all. We're gonna be talking to Lumen May here just a few minutes. Hopefully, I can get him on the phone if he ain't sleep already. Get him on the phone, and but I want to try to pay some bills here while I get him on the phone and let you know what's going on in the community. All right, and we'll be right back in just a minute or two.
Singing telegram! Happy holiday cash scratch-offs. That looks like a great gift for everyone on my list, including me.
Oh, watch out! The Florida Lottery. It's good fun.
Sonia Bay's Botanicals is a local wellness boutique that specializes in infused fruit juices, medicinal herbal tea remedies, clean hair and body care, and herbal infused sea moss gels, which can be purchased 1 for $25 or 2 for $40. This sea moss contains 92 of the body's 102 essential minerals used to increase energy, relieve pain and inflammation, and improve blood pressure and more. From parasite cleanse to detox and weight loss to blood sugar control, Sonia Bay's Botanicals has a natural solution for you.
Need a new outfit for a special occasion? Look no further than
what time? How long you meet going to be? Because I'm off at 9.
Has been providing the latest styles and accessories in Pensacola for over 20 years now.
Okay,
we have clothes for every occasion, and we offer consultations and group discounts. You can trust that our care, quality, and class will be unmatched. Viola's Men's Apparel for all of your men wear needs.
All right, y'all, don't let me interrupt this commercial for important messages from our commissioner this morning, because he's in the hurry. Everybody in the hurry this morning. Good morning, Commissioner. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Vernon. How you doing? You're in holiday season, man. They got us pulled in so many different directions, but we're doing good, Vernon. How about you?
I'm doing extremely well. I'm looking for a great holiday, and hope you are too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I know you're in a hurry. Tell us what's going on over for Escambia County, District 3, and all Escambia County this morning.
Well, listen, we're kind of taking a break for the holidays. We've been doing a lot of giveaways. We've been working with Sue Strong Community Caring. All last night we were giving out toys at Brownsville. Tonight we'll be having a banquet where we'll be feeding our kids and having giveaways. Getting ready for next year, which is an exciting year. No, you were talking to Claire Long earlier. We're getting ready to put the incubator in Brownsville, which will be a small business incubator that we'll have. We are also working to start our summer employment program to a year-round program that's going to happen. So we're excited. More importantly, we're getting ready, as you know, for Living the Dream, January 17th, which is a part of all of the MLK celebrations. I mean, the commemoration does a lot of things, and myself and Quint Studer and Sue Strong came together with Troy Rafferty years ago to put together this great program that we have in terms of working with the community and recognizing people who live out the legacy of Dr. King. So, we're going to get through the holidays and get through the MLK holidays, and Juneteenth celebration last year had the MLK parade, and this year it's going to be on MLK Day. And obviously we have Black History Month, and we know what's happened. I mean, this cultural war that we've had, they've cut out Juneteenth celebrations across this country, MLK celebrations across this country. I mean, just so many things that have been cut out. So we're just looking forward to getting ready and welcome Alex Harris back to Pensacola. Vernon, I know you and I need to get together, and we'll certainly do that after the holidays.
All right, yeah, because we want to make sure folks know about Living the Dream. And as soon as you find out information about those summer, you know what? You got the best summer job program in all Pensacola. And so we want to make sure that people sign up for those jobs early for our students, around town. So make sure we get that information, and we'll pass it on to the community, okay?
All right, thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. I know you're in the herd, Commission, and hopefully I'll talk to you on next Monday and see what Santa Claus brought you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank y'all. All right, y'all. That is Commissioner Lumen May of District 3, y'all. He reports every Monday morning about what's happening in and around District 3 and also in and around Escambia County, y'all. Yes, sir. I can tell you what, y'all. We talked a lot about. I had to interrupt my because he was in a hurry, and I overtalked my time. If I had called him at 8 o'clock instead of jacking my jaws here, then we would have had time to talk to him. But you know, sometimes I lose track of time, and I just lost track of time, and I jolly pie. I mean, Mamie, I'm sorry. Mamie always gets me. My apologies. I can't talk, and she does not want me to be talking ghettoese, as some of y'all call it on the radio. You too educated to be sounding like that blues hound. Well, blues hound can sound like that. But Vernon Watson, you know better. Yes, ma'am. I understand. Okay. But anyway, y'all just kind of help keep me on the straight and narrow. Help me keep me on the straight and narrow. I also talked about, I want to go back to our commercial break because I need to pay those bills when we come back. We're going to talk about some Black History stuff, and hopefully about 8:30ish time frame, if I can get Mr. Officer Mike Woods, I can get Officer Mike Woods on the phone. Okay? Get Officer Mike Woods on the phone, and we'll talk about what's happening in his world. Okay? Talk about what's happening in this world. All right, y'all. We'll be right back. Okay?
Singing telegram!
Hey, baby. Hello.
Happy holiday cash scratch-offs. That looks like a great gift for everyone on my...
All right, y'all. I apologize. See, when you live TV, a lot of crazy stuff happens when you're on TV live. Okay, a lot of crazy stuff happened. I should have got it right. Let me get these commercials right. Okay, we'll be right back.
Singing telegram! Happy holiday cash scratch-offs. That looks like a great gift for everyone on my list, including me.
Oh, watch out! The Florida Lottery. It's good fun.
Sonia Bay's Botanicals is a local wellness boutique that specializes in infused fruit juices, medicinal herbal tea remedies, clean hair and body care, and herbal infused sea moss gels, which can be purchased 1 for $25 or 2 for $40. This sea moss contains 92 of the body's 102 essential minerals used to increase energy, relieve pain and inflammation, and improve blood pressure and more. From parasite cleanse to detox and weight loss to blood sugar control, Sonia Bay's Botanicals has a natural solution for you.
Need a new outfit for a special occasion? Look no further than Viola's Men's Apparel. Viola's has been providing the latest styles and accessories in Pensacola for over 20 years now. We have clothes for every occasion, and we offer consultations and group discounts. You can trust that our care, quality, and class will be unmatched. Viola's Men's Apparel, for all of your men wear needs.
The 11th. It's time for the annual Gospel Soul Bowl. Gospel Soul. Saturday, January 3rd, 2026. Live at the Greater Turbine Baptist Church, 130 North Pace Boulevard in Pensacola, Florida, where Isaac Williams is pastor. The 11th year of the Gospel Soul Bowl. And it's going to be live. Performing live, it's Pastor James McGee of the Humble Spirit. Dion Bell and the Brothers. And the Pastor Singer. Memphis, Tennessee's on the Brown Floor. The Wings of Faith, Divine Harmony, Saturday, January 3rd. The doors open at 3:30 p.m. The concert starts at 4:30 p.m. Greater True Vine Baptist Church in Pensacola. The scripture will be given to you by Minister Hubert Kim. A prayer brought to you by Minister Michael D. Get ready for a solo by Michael Jackson. Your MC, Eddie Snell, sir. Hosted by the Spiritual Persuader. Get those tickets now. Advance ticket donation $30, $35 the day of the show. Get them at Goodfellas Barbershop, the original King's Barbershop. Reason Go Food Vendor. Saturday, January 3rd, 2026. The Gospel Soul Bowl. For more information, contact Eddie Snell at 850-525-7188.
You are invited to the 37th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Parade, Monday, January the 19th, 11 o'clock a.m. in downtown Pensacola. This year's powerful theme is With Unity, We Won't Turn Back. Register your group today. Entries are placed by the date your application is received, so don't wait. For registration forms, email the mlking2020@gmail.com or call 850-378-9242. Join us as we honor the life, the legacy, and the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
I still have a dream.
The Martin Luther King Jr. Parade, live on Blab TV, downtown Palafox Street in Pensacola.
It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream.
You don't want to miss the citywide celebration, downtown Palafox Street in Pensacola, live on Blab TV.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up.
Singing telegram! Happy holiday cash scratch-offs. That looks like a great gift for everyone on my list, including me.
Oh, watch out! The Florida Lottery. It's good fun.
Sonia Bay's Botanicals is a local wellness boutique that specializes in infused fruit juices, medicinal herbal tea remedies, clean hair and body care, and herbal infused sea moss gels, which can be purchased 1 for $25 or 2 for $40. This sea moss contains 92 of the body's 102 essential minerals used to increase energy, relieve pain and inflammation, and improve blood pressure and more. From parasite cleanse to detox and weight loss to blood sugar control, Sonia Bay's Botanicals has a natural solution for you.
Need a new outfit for a special occasion? Look no further than Viola's Men's Apparel. Viola's has been providing the latest styles and accessories in Pensacola for over 20 years now. We have clothes for every occasion, and we offer consultations and group discounts. You can trust that our care, quality, and class will be unmatched. Viola's Men's Apparel, for all of your men wear needs.
As predicted, the 11th, it's time for the annual Gospel Soul Bowl. Gospel Soul. Saturday, January 3rd, 2026. Live at the Greater Two Pines Baptist Church, 130 North Pace Boulevard in Pensacola, Florida, where Isaac Williams is pastor. The 11th year of the Gospel Soul Bowl. And it's going to be live. Performing live, it's Pastor James McGee of the Humble Spirit. Dion Bell and the Brothers. It's the Bester Singer. Memphis, Tennessee's on the Brown Floor. The Wings of Faith, Divine Harmony, Saturday, January 3rd. The doors open at 3:30 p.m. The concert starts at 4:30 p.m. Greater True Vine Baptist Church in Pensacola. The scripture will be given to you by Minister Hubert Kim. A prayer brought to you by Minister Michael D. Get ready for a solo by Michael Jackson. Your MC, Eddie Snell, sir. Hosted by the Spiritual Persuaders. Get those tickets now. Advance ticket donation $30, $35 the day of the show. Get them at Goodfellas Barbershop, the original King's Barbershop, Reason Go Food Vendor. Saturday, January 3rd, 2026. The Gospel Soul Bowl. For more information, contact Eddie Snell at 850-525-7188.
You are invited to the 37th anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Parade, Monday, January the 19th, 11 o'clock a.m. in downtown Pensacola. This year's powerful theme is With Unity, We Won't Turn Back. Register your group today. Entries are placed by the date your application is received, so don't wait. For registration forms, email the mlking2020@gmail.com or call 850-378-9242. Join us as we honor the life, the legacy, and the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
I still have a dream.
The Martin Luther King Jr. Parade, live on Blab TV, downtown Palafox Street in Pensacola.
It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream.
You don't want to miss the citywide celebration, downtown Palafox Street in Pensacola, live on Blab TV.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up.
Pensacola. Good morning, and Merry Christmas, y'all. Merry Christmas. I got Officer Mike Woods of the Pensacola City Police Department. Good morning, Mike. How you doing this morning? Are you hearing me, Mike? Oh, Mike, you know why I can't hear you, Mike? Because I had you on mute. But go ahead, Mike. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning.
Boy, you know the old saying, Mike. You know my daddy had a saying. When things were to go wrong, and I said, Dad, I tell you the truth. If it ain't one thing, it's another. He said, Son, you got that wrong. If it ain't one thing, it's 7 or 8. So that would mean if it ain't one thing, it's 7 or 8. You just can't stay ahead. So how you doing this morning?
I'm doing very well. Glad to be able to speak with you today.
All right, you ready for the holidays?
Yeah, as ready as I'm going to be, and fortunately for us, that so far so good on the city of Pensacola, major crime-wise. The only thing we're still working is the fatal fire on Cervantes at J Street last week. We're still working on that case to find out how that happened, how the fire started, and the manner of death there. So, but besides that, it's been a quiet week and a quiet weekend.
So they had to end up adding another red bulb to the fire.
Yes,
for that
sir.
Wow. How many are we up to now,
sir,
Mike? How many bulbs are we up to right now?
I don't know for sure. I just know of the one, but I haven't looked to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's just that one.
Oh no, it's about 4 or 5. I know last week it was probably up to about 4 last week. So with this happened over the weekend, this fire.
No, it was last week.
Okay, it might have been included. It may have been included in that one then. I know we're probably up to about 4, but that's why we caution people to be very careful this time of year. Lighting tree, number one, overloading the trees, trying to put more than your extension cable can hold. Also, people with fireplaces and stuff like that. We want you to be very careful during these holiday season, because it's bad enough when tragedy happens, Mike, but it's just 10 times worse when it happens during the holidays.
Yeah, that's true. The thing that causes most of these fires in homes during the wintertime are the space heaters, and like you said, using extension cords that just can't handle the amperage. And you'll know, these things don't just burst into flames. If you grab that cord, you're going to feel heat, and if you feel heat, that is a problem. A cord is not supposed to have heat at all, and if it does, that means it's overloaded. So swap that out, and if you are using space heaters, which a lot of us do, just make sure it's out in the middle of the room, away from anything that's combustible.
Absolutely. So how things been going in the city of Pensacola?
So far, so good. We're going to have a shop with the cop this morning at Target at 10 o'clock. We're always glad to be able to do that. And then we've got some children receiving gifts this afternoon. So we're going to get in the Christmas spirit here today at the Pensacola Police Department.
Well, very good. I talked to Deputy Chief Leidick. He said they're doing the same thing with shop the cops as well. So making some kids a happy holiday, and that is so good.
Yeah, absolutely. These children involved are usually picked by the officers who meet them and their families throughout the year. They'll jot down their name and their address, and then when it comes time to do this, that name is submitted. And that's how a lot of people wonder how we do that. And that's how we do it. We go to we see these families and that could use some help around Christmas time, so we jot that note down and we submit it to the people that keep track of that at the police department, and then we make put some smiles on some faces around Christmas time.
Well, that's great, because we don't want any kid left behind for the holidays. Nothing worse than a kid not experiencing the joy of Christmas.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Mike. Is there anything else you want to share with Pensacola?
Yeah, let's go out and have a nice Christmas. Let's not drink and drive, please. We had one fatality that the Highway Patrol's working yesterday on Blue Angel Parkway. So we have a family that's got a family member that's no longer with us, and they have to deal with that. So please don't drink and drive. Ubers and Lyft and taxi cabs are so much cheaper than a DUI, and money doesn't even come into play if you take someone's life, because not only are they gone, but then you end up in prison the rest of your life, which obviously affects you and your family. So please don't drink and drive this holiday season, and I hope to talk to you after the first of the year and tell you that we had no DUI arrests.
Hey, Mike. Before I let you go, I want you to expand on that just a little bit, because some people take that when we say drinking and driving and DUI, they take it very literally. But impaired driving of any type is just as bad. Expand on that a little bit before you go, so people can hear from an officer of the law.
Yeah, people think, I just had 2 or 3 beers, I've just buzzed, or maybe one drink. That's too much. I mean, if you get behind the wheel and you get involved in an accident, and you could get hit from behind, you're not even at fault. But when the officers get there to investigate the crash and they smell alcohol in your breath, things can go downhill from there. So best thing to do if you're going to drink, there's nothing wrong with going out and having a great time. Just don't get behind the wheel.
Absolutely. No drinking, no buzz drinking. No marijuana driving. No none of that kind. Hey, also, it is illegal to drive when you're heavily on prescription medication when you shouldn't be driving. If one gets caught on prescription medication and involved into an accident of some sort, is that just like driving? If that's impaired driving, they can get cited for that. Am I correct?
Yes, that's still a DUI, whether it's alcohol, illegal narcotics, or prescription drugs. It's still a DUI.
DUI. Okay, Mike. Thank you so much. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you on next Monday, and we'll see what Santa Claus brought you. Okay.
Absolutely. I want you and all your listeners to have a very Merry Christmas.
All right, and thank you so much, y'all. Thank you so much, Mike. That's Mike Woods, folks, from the City of Pensacola Police Department. He's the spokesperson, Officer Mike Woods. Okay, Officer Mike Woods of the Pensacola Police Department, y'all. I tell you what, now I got to talk about MLK. Okay, I hadn't forgotten about MLK, y'all. We're gonna have to get on the job. Okay, we got to get on the job. The registrations are coming in slow, y'all. Registrations are coming in slow for the MLK, okay? Registrations coming in slow, so we need you to go ahead and get registered for the MLK parade, which is going to be on Monday, January the 19th, okay? Monday, January the 19th. So, if you intend to participate, you know you are, and most people do, just let us know. I know sometimes you wait till last minute and get that last check or whatever. Wait to payday. I get that. Okay, I really do get that. But call them up and let them know you intend to do that. The MLK hotline, y'all. You know what the MLK hotline? All right, the MLK hotline. Give them a call at 850. Okay. 850-378-9242. Okay? Let me repeat it to you. The MLK hotline, all right, is 850. Okay, let me put it that bigger so you can see it. 850 excuse me, 378-9242. 850-378-9242. Okay, so that you can get registered right now for the MLK parade. I think the parade, I don't think they have gone up on the registration fee recently, but it's still the same price. I think it's either $150 or $175 for registration fee. We should go up on the registration fee because everything else in this parade has gone up. It's expensive to put on this parade, and so, but that's the reason we want your registration fees early, so we can take care of some of those expenses. Okay, so we can take care of some of those expenses. So go ahead and register for the parade. We're also looking for people that want to be vendors in the parade. The vendors fees are only $100. If you got a food truck or you got a food stand, if you will, whether you're selling hot dogs, steaks, or barbecue, whatever your item is called. We're gonna have a lot of folks downtown. They're gonna be hungry. Okay, they want to have something put in their mouths so they can be chewing and chatting and chewing. So go ahead and register, but call that same number, 850-378-9242. I think Dr. Reverend Donald Harris is the chairman of that, and he will be on. He's going to talk about it as well, but you might be able to call him directly as well. Okay, directly as well. This year's theme is unity. With unity, we won't go back. That's this year's theme. With unity, we won't go back. Okay? With unity, we won't go back. And so, if you are going to be in the parade, okay, or if you're planning to be in the parade, tie in your float or your walking unit or your car, whatever you use your entrance to parade, kind of make sure you tie in the theme with the celebration. Okay, tie in the theme with unity. We won't turn back. That's the national theme for for MLK Day. Now, some of the rules of engagement, if you will, for the MLK parade is that this is a dignified parade, y'all. Dignified parade. It's okay to throw candy. It's okay to throw books. It's okay to throw. I don't think they like to throw money, but if you got money, you just save that and just bring it to me. I'll take care of all the money. You can just dump it in my pocket. But anyway, um, we want it dignified, okay? Certain things we want an orderly parade, okay? There's no fighting and fussing and going on. This is a dignified parade. Please take it in, take it. If you got to do it, take it somewhere else. Don't bring it down to the parade, okay? Don't bring it to the parade, if you will. And number two, we want to keep it really respectful. That if you are going to be in the parade, okay, please use respectful music. Do not use the rap music or whatever music with profanity in it, if you will. Okay, I'm not against you using profanity because I use profanity myself. In fact, I come from a long line of cusses, y'all. I ain't ashamed of it either. I know that, but try to be, because this parade is in honor of the legacy and the works of Dr. MLK, okay, Dr. Martin Luther King, and so we wanted to keep as respectful as possible. Also, the same thing holds true into your performances, okay? If you're going to perform, make sure your performances, if you will, or your performances is dignified, okay? Uh, we don't. I don't think it's respectful to be twerking and going on that, in the parade. Easter is on, but all those that are involved with the dance organization, it's okay. There's a time and a place for everything, okay? There's a time and a place for everything. I don't think we should let scribbles go down in the parade. So, same thing with inappropriate performing arts, okay? And that's what I'm saying about any other. The same thing the rule that hold true for your music is hold true for your performances. Okay, let's keep it dignified. I've been doing this parade for a long time, and I've seen some embarrassing stuff along the way. Okay, and I didn't think it was appropriate for this level, this level of the parade. So let's do that. Let's have, these are the decor that I'm asking. I'm not asking much. All I'm asking is that do not play any music that's not appropriate, that's written with profanity. Do not have any acts, performances that is disrespectful, if you will, and no violence of no sorts, if you will. That's the only thing that we ask that you do at the MLK parade. Also, the parade is going to be done live. We're going to broadcast, but we want everybody to come downtown and support the parade. You know what I've noticed lately, though, and it's probably because the downtown area has been so gentrified that I have seen a lot of non-black folks there. Okay, so why don't you just say white folks? Okay, well, I've seen a lot of white folks downtown at the MLK parade, and they enjoyed it. They enjoyed it as much as we do. So we want to make sure that you understand that we are going to be, like I said, we're going to be doing lectures. We want everybody to come down and then get together, enjoy yourself. But sometimes a lot of people, for many reasons, can't come to the live parade, and that's why you got WBQP here. When you can't come to the parade, we'll take the parade to you. Okay, we'll take the parade to you. We're going to be broadcasting the parade live from downtown Pensacola on January the 19th. Okay, we're going to be broadcasting live from downtown. Okay, and it's going to be broadcast live on WBQP TV, and it's going to be broadcasted live on Blab TV. I contract, WBQP TV contract every year and pays handsomely for it, may I ask, may I add, so in order that now where my TV signal can't reach, the cable signal can. My TV station is not on cable. Blab TV station is. So I contract with Blab so I can bring the parade to everybody. Because everybody's not on antenna. You got a lot of folks still on cable. But a lot of folks are streaming. They'll be able to get us if they stream or they go on social media or if they're looking at channel 12. But if they got cable, and a lot of people do still have cable, that is the reason I hire Blab TV to put this out over their airways in order that we can bring this to a wider group of people. Not only we can get those cable viewers locally, but it reaches the Gulf Coast. Okay, it reaches over in Mobile and it reaches over in Fort Walton Beach as well. So you have your parade in probably about 13 or 14 different counties in the southeast. And that's another good reason that you should register for the parade, particularly if you are a business. Okay, if you are a business and a new business, that $150, and you stay in business long enough to know what I'm talking about. That $150 you will spend for the parade is the best advertising dollars that you ever gonna spend. Okay, it's the best advertising dollars that you ever gonna spend, because it'll get you, number one, it'll get you all those eyeballs that's downtown. Then it'll get you all those viewers on WBQP. Then it'll get you all of those viewers on Blab TV, which signals all over the Gulf Coast. Okay, and it will. Again, it's the best money that you ever want to spend. And in addition to that, is that not only is it going to be put out live that day, but we replay it multiple times after the parade. Okay, multiple times after the parade on both stations. Okay, so it's the best advertising dollars that you ever going to spend. Okay, ever going to spend. Now, there's going to be a few changes this year to the route, if you will, but it's definitely going to affect you adversely at all. Instead of going down when you leave Garden Street and making that left on Garden and going up Palafox where the plaza is and coming back down Palafox, you usually keep straight downtown through downtown Palafox. Well, because of the project, the reimagining project that they're going to be starting on in January, the downtown, Palafox downtown will be closed off to us. Okay, so when we get back to Garden Street, when we make that loop around the plaza, when we get back down to Garden Street, you're going to have to make a left turn on Garden and take the very first next right turn. I believe it's on Jefferson. I don't know all my streets that well downtown, but I think it's Jefferson, and go down to Jefferson and get down, and I guess you into that main street. Now, I said all that to say, well, we usually for years up until now, WBQP and Blab TV was set up right across the street from the Singer Theater. Now we're going to be set up, since we're not going to be using Palafox down in the downtown area in the Palafox. We are going to be set up at the plaza area, and I believe we're going to be set up right in front of the little theater, or just in that general area where the little theater is. And so if you have performances that you want the world to see, and put and save your best act till you get there. Okay, when you get there and you see the cameras, start throwing down. Okay, start throwing down. Do your best act there, because you're going to be live on television right there and right then. Okay, so save your time, save your energy. You know, you can perform for everybody else, but save the best for last. Okay, for best for last when you do that act, so that you can be proud of everybody. Also, if you help me out, if you're going to be in the parade, they give you a little number, okay, and it will help us to identify who you are. If you have a number in your windshield or on your front hood or something like that, if you number 90, if you number 93, okay, and then it'll help me identify who's coming up. When we coming out, I'm looking frontward, okay, and it's hard to tell sometimes, because a lot of times you have your label or your titled on the side of your vehicle, but when I'm looking and I want to see who's coming up, well, I got a cheat sheet that'll tell me who's coming up. And if I say number 93, I can look down on my sheet and say, oh, okay, so and so is coming up. There's a number 93 coming up on here, so I can accurately describe you. And then we can also, knowing with that information, we can also have your graphics for the television prepared as well. Okay, the graphics for the television should be already prepared, and you can look nice and we look professional, and we can look like we're in the Macy's parade. Okay, that's what we try to do. All right, now these are some of the facts of the parade. Now let me ask you, let me add one other thing about the parade while I'm talking about parade. This is MLK 2026. It's involved a lot more than parade, because we got 3 parades that day, and I'm going to talk about them. We got the Milton Parade going to start at 9 o'clock. The Pensacola Parade starts at 11 a.m. and the Cantonment Parade starts around 4 p.m. So we got 3 parades we have to get through on that Monday morning. But let's start off the entire weekend, so you'll know and I'll know. Okay, you'll know and I'll know the activities that is going on in the entire weekend. Okay, let's start with Thursday. Okay, we're going to start with Thursday. They're going to have the youth program, and I told you I didn't have the information last week, but I do have it now on exactly when and what and where the program is going to be. Okay, let me bring it up here on my screen if I can. Okay, there it is right there. Let me take the number. Let me take this off right here. Okay, so you can see that. All right, we're going to kick off the MLK weekend on Thursday. Okay, and it's going to be the youth program on Thursday starting at 7 p.m. That everything this year is going to be at the Zion Hope Primitive Baptist Church. Okay, at the Zion. Last year was at the Little Rock Missionary, at the Little Rock Church, but this year all the activities, as I understand it, all the services will be held at 201 West Leonard Street. Okay, 201 West Leonard Street. The youth program is going to start at 7 p.m. on Thursday night, which is Thursday the 15th, and then on Thursday 15th that is. So Friday, I think we got a reprieve on Friday. There's other activities around town that's gonna be honoring Dr. Martin Luther King, such as the essay contest down at Ella Jordan House. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on, about the Ella Jordan House. And also, they got an essay contest that you want to get your kids involved in because it pays money. The Ella Jordan House MLK Black History Essay Contest, $500 is going to be the first prize, $300 second prize, and third prize is $100. And so you definitely want to get in on that. And that's the whole part of the activity. I don't know what all the other things are going to be happening on Friday. January the 16th. I don't know, but if you got some activities that I don't know about and you want to share, I'll be glad to share it here on this show. Also on the 17th, okay, on the 17th, we are going to have the prayer. I think it's the prayer breakfast on the 17th. The prayer breakfast is going to be at 8 a.m. It's also going to be at the Zion Hope Primitive Baptist Church at 201 West Leonard Street. I believe if you want to buy a table for it, the tables are only $160 per table. And I think 8 could be at the table. I'm not sure, but $20 if you want to buy individual tickets, they're $20 for your individual tickets. And they can be purchased at just see anybody really see Dr. Douglas Young. Okay, Dr. Douglas Young. You can get them from Dr. Young, 850-417-9451. Probably going to get them Sabrina. She'll probably call and get information. Or you can go to Zion Hope. You can get the tickets from Zion Hope Primitive Baptist Church as well. Or you can get them at the First Baptist Church of Warrenton. Okay, First Baptist Church of Warrenton. And you anytime between 9 and noon, Monday through Friday, okay? Anytime from 9 through noon, from Monday through Friday, you can get those prayer breakfast tickets. Prayer breakfast started at 8 a.m. on Saturday, January the 17th, okay? Now, later on that evening, okay, and I just talked to Newman May about it, they're having the Living the Dream event at the Brownsville Community Center. So you go get with Lumen, somebody that involved with the Living the Dream. I don't have the information with me right now. They're gonna get me Marcel, Reverend Marcel Davis. You know Reverend Marcel Davis. Call him. He can get you information and tickets about the Living the Dream event that's going to be happening Monday. Excuse me. For both. It's not Monday, it's going to be Saturday. Okay, Saturday, January the 17th at the at the Brownsville Community Center. On Sunday, we are going to have the religious program, which is Sunday the 18th. It's going to start at 3 o'clock, and it's also going to be at the Zion Hope Primitive Baptist Church, okay, 201 West Leonard Street. So put all this stuff on your calendar now. Put it on your calendar. And on Monday is the big day. Celebration Day, MLK Day, MLK holiday. Why it's still a holiday. And we're going to start the parades, okay? We're going to start off Monday with the Milton, Santa Rosa County, over in Milton. They have their parade starting at 9 o'clock on Stewart Street on Monday, okay? Then following their parade, they have an MLK block party, which I think is at Chester Pruitt Park, down there by the church over there in Milton. Folks in Milton know what I'm talking about, and where to go over in Milton as well. So you might want, if you're over in Santa Rosa County, or you just want to visit Santa Rosa County and check out the parade. Now, WBQP, usually we broadcast that parade live as well. We do that parade live as well. So if you missed it, you'll probably be able to pick it up on WBQP TV. And then you have the MLK parade in Pensacola, which we're going to be broadcasting live as well and playing it back at 11 o'clock. I talked about that enough. And then at 3 o'clock, which WBQP covering it again, we everywhere, y'all. WBQP will cover the Milton Parade. The Milton Parade and the Cantonment Parade as well. So we're going to cover all three other parades on MLK Day. All three other parades, in case you missed it. But it's more fun if you was there, if you being there in person, okay? Being there in person. Okay, I'm going to stop right now for the MLK parade because I think I talked a lot about it. You got to make sure that you go ahead and register now for the MLK parade. But let me talk about some other things that is coming up as well. As Kwanzaa, for an example. Kwanzaa is going to be held on December the 28th down at the Kukua Institute. Okay, that's located at 300 North Roof Street. Okay, and we're gonna have our good buddy, Mr. LaFavor Williams. He gonna, we honoring him. Okay, Napoleon, we honoring him. He has always been there, and he's a drum man. He got all know about the drums and stuff like that. And so put on your calendar. It's a celebration on purpose there on Sunday, December the 28th at 4:30 p.m. The reception's going to start at 4 o'clock, okay? We're going to go around and meet and greet 4 o'clock, but 4:30 the program starts about 4:30 at the Kukua Institute, okay? At the Kukua Institute. Also, while we're on on that subject, we're also going to be holding the 10th annual Gospel Soul Bowl, okay? The 10th annual Gospel Soul Bowl with Mr. Dr. Eddie Snell. They got so many great acts, y'all. So many great acts for the Soul Bowl. You just don't want to miss that. Tickets are available right now. You can go down to the ticket shop to go to the outlets like the Goodfellows Barbershop. You can go to, I believe it's the, let me see here, Goodfellows Barbershop, the Grease and Go Food Vendor. You can go to the Original Kings Barbershop. So, get your tickets. I just see Deacon Eddie Snell. He'll get you your tickets. The tickets, I believe, is only $30 in advance. They're going to be $35 at the door. And they also are going to, if you got children under 12 years old, they will get a chance to go in at no cost, okay? They begin to go in at no cost. Now, coming up for the new year, if you want to get into if you want to get into dancing, okay? Dance Connection is teaching all kinds of dance forms: swing dance, urban ballroom dance, line dance, all this stuff. If you want to learn to dance, you want to learn to have fun, okay? You want to learn to have fun, you can get Miss Gail Johnson, Charles Sugar Bear Shumo, everybody knows Shumo, Tony DJ Smooth Tony Anderson. They all will teach you all of the dance. Like me, I wasn't a dancer. I had to learn to dance, so they taught me how to dance, okay? And if you can teach me how to dance, Jesus Christ, you good. You absolutely good. And they good. And they did teach me how to dance. They really did. All right. The other issue that I'm just going to talk about real quickly here, which is the community service. I noticed from ECAT about their Apparel Transit customers. I believe I can't name of the company that used to do that, but the people that need that's disadvantaged and need ADA compliance, need help for their transit services. Escambia County, the Escambia County area Transit ECAT is now going to be providing that service. The company that provided before are no longer doing it, I don't believe, and so the Escambia County, so let them know, just call ECAT if you need services, if you need transportation or going from to the store, to the church, wherever you go, however you transit need, if you're disabled, okay, if you're disabled, for all of our disabled customers, I just wanted you to know about that, because it is something that is important to our community. Y'all, I've talked so much and so long that my time is really gone by really quickly. Monday's usually a very busy day for me, but we'll be back, y'all. We'll be back tomorrow, okay? We'll definitely be back tomorrow, and we're gonna, hopefully tomorrow we're gonna have who we got on tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tuesday, and let's see, on Tuesday, we're gonna be talking about jobs tomorrow, y'all. Think about it for a minute. We're gonna be talking about jobs. We got Jerry McIntosh on tomorrow. We're gonna be talking about, hopefully I can get some more Black History in, but Mrs. Shakita Payne from ECUA will be with us, and she's gonna be talking about jobs on tomorrow, y'all. I tell you, the time flies when you're having fun, y'all. Time flies when you're having fun. So I gotta get out of here, y'all. And tell you what, I always go off on some music that is our local. We got a local artist, Miss Cheryl. She provides my music for me, some copyright-free music. Miss Cheryl Moran, okay, Cheryl Moran. So she provide all of the good music for us, so that I can keep YouTube happy and everything. So you see why I hadn't played too much commercial music on, because they'll block you from YouTube, and then they'll mute you on Facebook, and just all this issue. So since this is an information show, music is secondary, but we try to squeeze some in anyway. But I do want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, okay? A very, very Merry Christmas. And hopefully you are gonna have a prosperous New Year, and hope you got your New Year resolution outlined, and I hope you got your Christmas all squared away, and you got my gifts all purchased. You know, I like cars. I like big cars, like what you call them, Bentleys and stuff like that. You know, you can just go ahead and do that for me. Get me a Bentley and everything like that. All right, y'all, I gotta get out of here. You know I love you. I'll see you next week. Next week. I'll see you tomorrow, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? If you will. And I want you, better yet, make sure that you tell everybody that Vernon is on this morning. This is the new Vernon in the Morning Show, and giving you information that you need to know, okay? Information that you need to know. And thank you so much for listening to me. And we'll see you tomorrow, y'all. Love you.